Welcome back to Los Scientific Cholos.
And today we're going to be talking about Chapter 19, Newton's Laws of Motion. The first thing in Section 1 what we will be talking about is going to be about force.
A force is a push or pull. Victor is pulling on a trash bin across the street. Net force is a combination of all the forces acting on an object. Victor is kicking a football. Balanced forces are two or more forces exerted on an object. A book resting on a surface is a good example because there are two forces acting upon the book.
Balanced forces is when the net force is not at zero. You guys can see Angel is pushing on a car that is stalled. Newton's first law is when an object at rest remains at rest, or if motion remains at motion at a constant velocity unless acted on by a net external force.
Friction is a force that brings nearly everything to a stop. The brake pads apply force to the brake disc, creating friction that slows the motorcycle down.
Static friction is the friction that exists between a stationary object and the surface that it is resting on. For example, we are using Angel, which Angel is going to be pushing on this golf cart.
Sliding friction occurs when two surfaces rub against each other, while rolling friction occurs when an object rolls over a surface. Sliding friction is between the brake pads and the wheel, and rolling friction acts between the ground and the bicycle tires.
First thing in Section 2 that we will be talking about is going to be about Newton's second law. Newton's second law of motion is the acceleration of an object that equals the net force divided by the mass and is the direction of the net force.
The weight of an object is the size of the gravitational force exerted on an object. Victor is stepping on a scale weighing 145 pounds. Air resistance is a form of friction that acts to slow down any object moving in the air.
The center of the mass is the center mass in the point in an object that moves as if all the object mass can concentrate at that point. First thing in Section 3 that we will be talking about is Newton's third law. Newton's third law of motion, force always acts in equal but opposite pairs. And for example, if you push a wall,
when kicking a ball, the action is the foot applying a force on the ball which causes it to move. The reaction is the ball exerting on an equal and opposite force back on the foot.
Cash! Court. Damn, oh my God. You airball four. He's terrible, I'm start crying. Oh my goodness. I could have made that. You airball, you didn't hit the backboard.
wood.
Got it. I've got it. I've got it. That's good.
I'm literally gonna mute this. Go!
You said go faster.
Okay, we're going. Slow, go. Keep going!
Wow.